Hello again and welcome to another episode of Merkon's Musings, a Star Wars action figure review. And today we're looking at none other than Han Solo, Bespin, as the card says, or as it used to say, Bespin outfit. So this is an interesting figure. I love Han Solo. He's my favorite character from the Rebellion side. I always thought this was a really cool action figure, even when I was younger. It's kind of strange when you think about it. I've seen this movie so many times. I love The Empire Strikes Back. It's my favorite of the original trilogy. And what I find interesting is they call this Han Solo Bespin, but this is the gear or outfit he's wearing at Hoth when he's not outside in the cold. So it's kind of weird that they named it Han Solo Bespin when he's seen throughout the beginning of the movie inside the Hoth Echo base wearing this outfit. So it's kind of weird. I guess they just wanted to have another outfit name that wasn't Han Solo Hoth outfit. With that said, let's get into the background of the character. Following the Imperial attack on the Rebel base on Hoth, Han, Leia, Chewbacca, and C-3PO fled aboard the Millennium Falcon. During the escape, the Falcon's hyperdrive motivator was damaged, preventing them to jump to hyperspace. Darth Vader and his Imperial fleet pursued the Falcon, forcing Han to fly into a dangerous asteroid field. Once they survived the asteroid field, Han decided to seek refuge and repairs at Cloud City on Bespin, a Tabana gas mining colony run by his old friend Lando Calrissian. Unknown to Han, the bounty hunter Boba Fett had tracked the Falcon to Bespin and informed Darth Vader, who forced Lando to betray Han and the others and to set up a trap to capture them, to lure Luke Skywalker into Cloud City. So I'm going to be reviewing actually 4 figures here. There's only 2 you see in front of you. The other 2 figures I don't have, but I have images and I used to own them, so I know these figures very well. So let's take a look at the first one, which is the Kenner 1980 Han Bespin. So this figure is actually not a bad figure. My biggest problem that I have with this figure is the paint applications are very lazy. They couldn't put a black paint on his boots. I mean, that would have made this figure much, much better. But otherwise, it's pretty good. I like the head sculpt. It's much different than the Han Solos from The New Hope. And I love the jacket, even though it's not Bespin gear, but I love it. He's got the yellow, that red blood stripe. They did a nice job. You see the nice details on the holster. But to me, this really gives me a pain. I can't believe they couldn't have just put black. And also another weird thing is they gave him a Rebel blaster and he used his DL-44. But yeah, it's not a bad figure. It's 5 points of articulation. The head turns, the arms move, and then the legs, of course. So, you know, my 2 problems with this figure are the boots and the gun. But with that said, I'll move to the next one. The next figure is the Power of the Force 2 Han Solo Bespin outfit. But the weird thing about this came out in 1997, but they had 2 versions of this Power of the Force 2. One was the plain version, and then the other was a freeze frame version. I always loved those freeze frames just for the freeze frame, not the figure. They were pretty cool, actually. So the Han Solo Bespin outfit from Power of the Force 2, whether it be freeze frame or the regular version, has the articulation is head turns, arms that move, the legs move up and down. It had a waist articulation, and the sculpt was, you know, normal Power of the Force, a little bit too muscular, not really that great. So the next one is the Power of the Jedi from 2000. This one's a little bit better. Problem it has with is the articulation is not very good. You have just the same amount of articulation as the Power of the Force one. The arms moved, the legs moved, and the head turned. So no insert joints on either one of these. That's what really makes these figures not so great, and that's why I probably got rid of them back in the day. We'll take a look at the last one, which is obviously the definitive version of this character. This is VC50, and as you can see, the card is a replica of the actual original card. The thing I love about this figure is the figure comes with quite a few things to go with it, accessories. So they have the goggles for him to wear when he's repairing the Falcon. He also has a soldering gun or a little mini blowtorch to work on the Falcon, which I think is very cool. Of course, he comes with the blaster, the Han Solo DL-14 blaster, and it looks awesome. And of course, it has the holster. It's got all the details. You got the yellow Corellian stripe. The head sculpt isn't bad. It's not a bad likeness of Harrison Ford. They've gotten much better. I think if they could fix this, they do a photorealistic head sculpt. That would make it perfect, I think. But it looks good. The jacket looks great. You see the folds in the shirt, which is really nicely done. The holster's great. It's got insert joints on the arms and the elbows, and it's got a head on a ball joint, and it's got a waist articulation, and it's got insert joints on the legs and the knees, and the feet also do this really cool. So it's got quite a bit of articulation. I like the other hand they have sculpted for him. It can hold the goggles, or you can have it in a cool pose. In that awesome scene in Bespin when he gets surprised in the dining room and he tries to shoot Vader. So it's not a bad figure. I like it a lot. Like I said, the only thing that could really make this thing better is the photorealistic head sculpt. But other than that, I think it's a very good likeness of Han Solo or Harrison Ford, and it's not a bad action figure altogether. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did so, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.